ISBF is an affiliate center. What exactly is that?
The affiliate centre is the highest level of recognition that the University of London gives to a teaching centre. What it means is that there is an outstanding commitment to quality in terms of teaching, student support, and the physical environment in which students are taught. It means that the centre has been through a rigorous process organised by the University of London. So the centre has had to produce a self-evaluation document, which has then been scrutinised by a panel from London. The panel has been here. They have interviewed students, they've interviewed lecturers, they've interviewed management. They've also observed teaching and looked at all of the data which is held by the college around students and satisfied themselves that the systems and the experience that students have here is of the highest standard. So it's a very rigorous process and one which is repeated every few years, as well as annual monitoring to make sure that the centre is still reaching the same high standards.
And so how many affiliate centres are there in India?
In India there are just 2.
Oh, so that means it's very difficult to get the status.
It's very difficult to get the status. And the other one is in Mumbai and this centre here in Delhi.
Well, how was your day at ISBF?
I had a lovely day at ISBF, I always do. I managed to meet all of the new students who are starting this year. We had a very good meeting with the faculty, which is always interesting and very, very helpful to us to receive feedback from the faculty who are teaching the programme here. And we always go home with a list of good ideas of things we might do to improve things. And this afternoon I was very pleased to meet the new Diploma for Graduate students, which are this year a nice large group of people who have decided to undertake that course. So it's a very inspirational place. It's very nice to meet so many of our students who are doing so well and to meet so many excellent teachers who make such a difference.
And so ISBF has a very successful history of learning regarding transfers to LSE. So what are the most important credentials for the transfer?
You really do have to have very, very good results in your first year. That really means a distinction on the diploma. Plus you need to have a very strong personal statement, evidence of having done some work in the field related to the field that you're studying in is always useful. So I think there's a combination of factors, but I would always suggest to people that probably a more useful thing to do would be to complete your degree here and then apply to go to the LSE for a master's programme. I think that probably is a better solution overall.
But this year we had, I think, 2 transfer students.
Yes.
So ISBF to LSE.
So the ISBF has a good track record of achieving it, no doubt about it. But I wouldn't want anybody to think that this is automatic.
Yeah.
It is unusual.
I would also want to know, sir, that how difficult is this LSE curriculum that we follow here? Because a lot of people think that it's easy, but definitely unless you're part of this college, you don't really get it. So for others to know, they should know exactly what's required.
Yes, I'm sure that as someone who's studying it yourself, you know that it isn't easy. Easy is not the word I would use to describe it. It's demanding, it's challenging, it's a curriculum of the same level as you would study if you were an internal student at the LSE. So it is, it's one of the more demanding courses that are available. What we find, though, is that students who receive their tuition from an affiliate centre like ISBF have the advantage of their own lecturers and tutors who can explain things, make even difficult concepts understandable to them. So that's where the value of good teaching makes all the difference in giving students the opportunity to really get to grips with material which is quite difficult. It's not just that the material is difficult, but you're expected to be able to understand and apply what you know rather than merely memorise and regurgitate this in an exam. It's all about application and evaluation. And once the student understands that and gets into the mindset of doing that, then they find the course much easier. But it is a demanding course, and it's one that does require quite a lot of work. It's not something you can just do and not put any effort in. If you want to succeed in this, you've got to put the work in.
So is there any difference between the curriculum here that we have in ISBF and the one in LSE?
The only differences are marginal and superficial ones. The main difference would be that if you're delivering a course internally and the same professor is teaching that course each year, they're running the lectures, the tutorials, marking the course, it's possible for them to perhaps change things a little bit year from year. Obviously with the international programme, where we have up to 24,000 students studying it around the world, we can't make such changes to the curriculum. So the curriculum tends to be more fixed, but really that's a superficial difference. It is just that there might be slight differences from year to year as different people teach the programme, but the level, the broad content, the style would be the same. We have turned our courses for the international programme into courses which can be studied at a distance from London. So you can study, for example, any of the courses, but we provide you with subject guides and a VLE. Well, the students in London tend not to get subject guides because they are present in London. So in many ways, we've created more for the student who is studying internationally than we do for the student who is studying in London. But the substance of the course and the level are basically the same.